forgot to do that too. Dang, I'm so disorganized, man. This is kind of bad. Why is this wig sliding? Like
House One Music.
Feels, Mr. Producer.
Orí mi o, jẹ́ kí n gòkè odò, káfárá tó já ẹlẹ́dàá mi o, má jẹ́ n tàràkà, make my hustle pay. Orí mi o, jẹ́ kí n gòkè odò, káfárá tó já ẹlẹ́dàá mi o, má jẹ́ n tàràkà, make my hustle pay. Orí mi o, yeah, ẹlẹ́dàá.
Hi guys, welcome to AfricanRising.com. My name is Ayek, and if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you already know how I feel about you. I got love for you because you're back and because you've been supporting and just being there. And I really, 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 really appreciate you, whether this is your second time being back or your 100th time. Thank you for returning. I appreciate you. I'm sorry if you see sweat everywhere. Girl, this wig, listen. It's weighing me down, but it's also slaying me at the same time. So, you know, it's a sacrifice I'm gonna make. So, for those of you who don't know, October is my birthday month, and my actual birthday is October 19th. But yes, I am one of those people that celebrates their birthday all month. Well, usually like from the 1st of October to like the 25th or so. But this year, I'm gonna celebrate it all month because I've got a lot to celebrate, and then also, why not? Okay, so today I'm gonna be doing something a little different. Well, I didn't have a blog last year, so it's definitely different. But this year, I'm gonna share with you guys 21 things that I have learned in my 21st year of being alive. We're going to talk about spirituality. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about money, my favorite topic. We're going to talk about dreams and goals. We're going to talk about also just like self-awareness and self-conception and things like that. So let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about spirituality first. I've learned that the struggle with my faith is real and it's valid. A lot of times it's easy for me to, and all of us, I think we all have experienced this, present this facade that, I have this deep faith and I trust God in all things and I love the Lord. It's okay to have questions and to question your faith and to question what you're being told and what you're reading and what you're listening to. It's okay to do that. It's real and it's a part of the process. So now, spirituality is a little different than religion because religion is more of actions and principles and rules and laws, and we're human beings and we make mistakes. So religion is very unrealistic. So spirituality is more of a relationship. It's more of a feeling. It's more of what your connection with God or whoever you believe in. I've definitely been religious my whole life. It's all about a presentation, never really feeling it. Trusting God is hard. It's the most difficult thing that you'll ever have to do. I'm the kind of person, I need to know what's going on, when it's going on, what is the solution, what is the end result, how's it going to start. It needs to be my way. I need to be in control. So submitting a prayer to God or committing a prayer or a plan into God's hands is like...
No, you need to answer me now. You need to tell me how it's going to end. I don't want to struggle through it. I don't want to work through it. You just need to tell me what it's about.
And so we'll see if I can work on that in 22 because it's been tough. Stop performing Christianity. Now we're all guilty of that. To pretend, not even pretend. It's not even like, a lot of times it's not even like you're thinking about it. You see the people around you in your place of worship or in your group study or whatever, and you're like, whoa, I got to scream a little louder. I got to jump a little harder during praise and worship. That's something I've done my whole life. Definitely wanting to fit this image and fit this mold of what a Christian is. I form religion, but then I have the nerve to judge people who I feel are doing the same thing and just judge people in general. So I'm tired of performing. I want it to be real. And in order for it to be real, there are things I'm going to have to go through and that I'm already going through. So I'm learning to be okay with that. Forgiveness. Anyone that knows me knows that I can remember an offense from elementary school. If you offended me, I remember you. No matter how big or small the offense, I remember you. And I do think about you. And I'm thinking about,
she really tried me. He really came from my life. What he did was horrible. I'm mad at them.
I never forget. And I also never forgive. I realized that forgiveness is not about accepting the offense or the offender. Forgiveness is a personal thing, and it's saying, okay, this person did this to me, but I'm tired of holding on to it. The truth is this, the biggest offense to me is somebody actually offending me and knowing that they did it and they're acting like not even acting like they didn't do anything wrong, not caring. And so for me, my unforgiveness was always rooted in the fact that they don't care, but they gonna start caring because I'm not gonna forgive them. And it's only affecting me because the person, no matter how evil or how good they are, is still enjoying their life, still sipping cocktails and doing what they gotta do. Let's talk about relationships. And relationships can be a friendship, it can be a work relationship, it can be a romantic relationship. I've always been that friend that has always been perpetually bayless. Nobody has ever said to me like, ooh girl, you don't got a man, you never got a man, girl. It kind of makes me feel like, dang, is there something wrong with me? And I got to the point where I started worshiping relationships. You go on social media, people are freely sharing their love for each other. They got a babe, they got an occupation. And in my mind, I'm like,
Are they better than me? Why do they got a man? Why do they got a girl?
What it comes down to is that, like I said, I was worshiping relationships and not placing any true value on them. And that's wrong and that's dangerous. And only God knows what that could lead me to. Now, with that said, I have learned that I am the ish, whether I'm in a relationship or I'm not. Regardless of what state I'm in romantically, in the words of Nicki Minaj, my still bangs. Okay, so what's up? What's up? I've learned to stay away from people that drain me in any way, whether that's mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Do you ever have the feeling when you're around somebody that like you have to overcompensate, whether that's being more quiet than you usually are, being louder than you usually are, or just doing something that doesn't feel natural to you? And when you're done hanging out with that person or spending time with that person, you're like, wow, that did nothing for me. You gotta show those people the door. I'm pointing here because there really is a door here, and that's my phrase. That has been my phrase for this month. Show them the door. Show that thing or that person the door. It's tough because you're like, dang, I have history with this person. Dang, I really think this person is cool, and they make me look cool and stuff like that. But you have to show them the door. And that's what I'm trying to teach myself to do, which is pretty tough. Don't hang out with people just because you don't want to be alone. I've always been the type of person that my number one, whenever I'm dragging someone or I'm attempting to read someone to filth, my first thing is,
That's why they don't have any friends.
because to me, I always told myself that whether a person is liked or loved, it shows by how many friends they have, or whether people are around them, or whether they have stuff to post on Instagram and on Snapchat. But you're not doing anything for yourself and for the people you're around if the only reason you're around them is because you're afraid of being alone. So even when I did hang out with people, I wasn't contributing anything valuable to our interactions. I was just hanging out with them because I'm like, I just don't want to be alone. I don't want to be like that person in my life who doesn't have friends because they're bitter and they're mean and they're nasty and they're this. If you're in a romantic relationship, you're in a friendship, you're in any kind of relationship that's personal, and someone and the other person lied to you, they're not for you. They're not your friend. They're not your bae. And that has been the most difficult thing for me to accept. I think about people in my life who have lied to me regardless of what it's been about. And I'm like, dang, maybe it's because of me, maybe it's because of this, maybe because of that. No, it's because of them. And if they had any respect for you, if they placed any value on you, they would not have lied to you. There's no excuse. The door. Show them the door. You have to accept it and you have to move on. It is hard, but you gotta do it. Okay, you have got to do it. And that's what I've been telling myself every single day, literally. And you have to do it. Show them the door. That's what you have to do. I mean, hey, it's tough, but somebody's got to do it, you know? Being lied to has always been offensive to me because you're telling me that, first of all, you think that I'm not intelligent. When you lie to someone, you're suggesting that they're not intelligent. Let's talk about money. My favorite topic. I've learned in this 21st year to stop worshiping money. If money is my priority in all of my pursuits when it comes to my career and my life, it's not going to end well. I'm learning that every day. I'm not going to be satisfied. I'm not going to be fulfilled. I'm not going to be happy because all I'm chasing is money. And when I get that money, okay. And I'm learning that money isn't everything and that I need to stop worshiping it. I've also learned, that it's important to save. Save. Now, I'm not saying that you save 90% of your check and you only have $2 in your account. You have to seek a balance because you never know what's going to happen. You never know when a rainy day will come. Now, unfortunately, the way that our culture is set up in the U.S. and just in this generation, minimum wage, and even when you are making more than minimum wage, when you have 8 things to pay for, how much are you really going to save? It's extremely unrealistic, but it's something that based on my privilege, I can do and I'm learning to do. I've learned that even if I have a lot of money, if I'm not at peace with my life or with myself, the money's not going to mean anything. I'm learning that the prioritization should be peace with what I'm doing and knowing that I'm doing what God has called me to do and less about making money. Say no to Sephora. On what planet? Dreams. Let's talk about dreams. I'm learning not to idolize my dreams. I've been reading this really interesting book called Eat, Pray, Hustle, and I'll put the link to the book in the description box and on my blog, of course. And basically, or one aspect of the book was talking about the fact that sometimes you get so wrapped up in your dream and your goal that you forget about the dream giver, which is God, and you also forget about just everything in your life. I'm the kind of person, from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm thinking about my dream, I'm thinking about my goal, I'm thinking about this, that, and the third. And a lot of times I'm not even doing anything with it. I'm not putting it into action. I'm just obsessed with the thought of it. The obsession with your dream can take over your life, and it can stop you from having like normal conversations about things. It can stop you from functioning. And that has been my experience in my 21st year, and I'm trying to work my way out of that mentality. If you didn't complete the to-do list, it's going to be okay. Life goes on. I'm the kind of person that even if the to-do list is about doing chores around the house or something, if I don't complete it, I'm like, wow, you're a failure. You're not a serious person. You're whack. You're this, you're that. I automatically just start chastising myself because I feel like, or I tell myself, if
I can achieve what's on a to-do list, how am I going to achieve my dreams?
And I'm learning that some days you may forget to do, or you may not be able to do one thing, or you may not be able to do 10 things, or you may not be able to do anything on the list. But life goes on. You can't do everything on your own. And for me, that's something that I really struggle with. I'm the kind of person that I like to do stuff for myself. I like to be the helper and not the one being helped. What it boils down to is I don't like being helped because in my mind, I tell myself, you should know this. You should know how to do this. You should be the expert on it. If they know how to do it, why don't you? Come on now. Is there anybody in the world that can do everything other than God? No. So I'm learning to ask for help. No matter how big or small the task, no matter how big or small the issue, I've learned that I have to ask for help. I have to ask for advice. And I need to accept that help and accept that advice, depending on the advice though. Because some people just give you advice just to say that they've done a good deed, but they don't really care. So I'm learning to sift out that advice as well. Now let's talk about self-awareness and conception of myself. First and foremost, I've learned that I need to stop putting pressure on myself to be a better person overnight. Self-improvement is a process, but like I said, I'm a perfectionist. I want it immediately. I want it to be done this way, exactly like that. So when I have the expectation that tomorrow I'm going to be a new person, and I'm not, I still got the same attitude, I still roll my eyes at the same thing, I still have a lot of fear in my heart, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a failure, what's wrong with you? I'm learning, or I've learned that it's a process. I'm done trying to put pressure on myself to get it right all the time and to get it right immediately. Cut that fake humble mess out. Stop trying to pretend like you're humble when you're not. That's what I have been telling myself. I'm gonna stop pretending that I'm humble. I'm gonna stop pretending that I don't agree with you when you give me that compliment. Actually, let me tell you what I'm going to do. If I receive a compliment, when I receive a compliment, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I agree with you. You're right. Yeah, you're right. That's true. Thank you for stating the obvious.
at the end of the day, I'm done pretending that I'm this meek, mild person who doesn't have a little bit of overconfidence in themselves. And whether that's wrong or right, the truth is that even my humble behavior was fake. I've learned that I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I really don't. That's so difficult for me to accept because I have based my life on proving to people who have said I'll never be successful or said that my attitude was this or whatever. I have spent my life trying to prove to those people that, yeah, you were wrong. I'm going to be successful just to prove it to you. And that goes on to the next topic of having peace, seeking peace and not seeking perfection. I would achieve these things. I'd be like, hey, yes, and what, haters? Yes, I remember you said something funny about me 10 years ago and said that I was whack, this, that, the third. And I spent my time trying to prove to those people that they were wrong. And so when I did achieve those things, it didn't mean anything to me. It was of no benefit to me. It was of no value to me because I didn't want it. I didn't genuinely want it. I just wanted to twirl on my haters. You're not going to have peace when you're busy focusing on what people have to say about you and proving them wrong. Now, there's some people who are motivated externally, but I know that naturally I'm not motivated externally. So, yeah. Fear has definitely stifled me and kept me from doing what I have wanted to do. And I'm leaving fear in 21. Like I said, I'm addicted to fear. I think about like 5 things all the time. Like I said, my dreams and my goals, food, money, my family, sometimes, let's be real, and fear. And, I tell myself, oh, well, at least you're thinking about your family or you're thinking about good things, but it's always in the context of fear. So, the door. Bye, fear. Goodbye. And a little bonus. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to go through things. Life is hard. No one, not even Obama, can tell you that life is easy. Life is hard. It's okay to struggle and it's okay to be real about that struggle. And if people don't want to accept it, they think you're too this or you're too that, the door. Goodbye. Hey, it's okay to have that struggle. And even if only one person identifies with that struggle, that's really all it takes. And actually, even if no one, as long as you can accept and be like, you know what? Yeah, I've been through some things. This month has been tough. Today has been tough. Yeah, it's okay to struggle. It's a part of life. It's natural. Life does not always have to be perfect and peachy and exciting, and you're not always going to be laughing. That's something that I've had to accept. And I'm working on accepting it. It's hard because I want my life to be peachy and be happy and no tears and no sadness and no failures and stuff. But that's just not how life is, unfortunate. You're pretty lit. You're lit, I'm lit. That's what I learned my 21st year. Like, I'm really awesome. I really am popping. Like, it's one thing to hear people always tell you that, and I'm not saying like, oh, I always get, wait, I said I would stop being humble. Yeah. It's one thing to hear people always tell you, yeah, you're this, you're awesome, you're this and that, but it's one thing to start believing it. And my 21st year has shown me that, you know what? I'm popping. I have had struggles with my image, especially my physical image, and I told myself that you can't be popping until you're a size 10. You can't be popping until you achieve this. You didn't achieve that. That didn't happen. So you're really not that popping. But you know what? I'm pretty lit, okay?
I'm pretty lit, okay?
So guys, that's all I've got for you. I'm excited because I have another video coming next week, and that one should be pretty interesting. Hopefully it's funny, but you know, I'm always keep it real with you guys, so we'll see how that goes. And then there's gonna be one more post on my birthday week, and then we're going to be starting the series that I posted or talked about on Instagram and Facebook called It's All in Your Head. And if you want information on that, just check my Instagram. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message me, DM me, whatever best form of communication works for you. And also, there are 2 more days left in the giveaway, today, tomorrow, and Monday. And the giveaway closes 11:59 Eastern Time, US Eastern Time. So please keep that in mind. And I hope I'm in the frame. I kind of feel like I'm lopsided or something. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And please comment, like, and subscribe. I kind of want to hear what you guys have learned in whether it's your 15th year or your 35th year. What have you been learning so far? Please share that in the comments below, or comment on my recent post on my blog, or tag me or mention me on Twitter. I really want to start hearing from you guys, so I hope you enjoy this and have an awesome day and an awesome weekend. And I don't know on my shirt, it's always this arm. Anyway, bye.